Picture the scene. You have your wiggle expression, wobbling your object exactly as you want, but you also want to loop your position values because, look, you just do alright. By my count, there's 3 different ways to loop a wiggle. And being honest, the method you choose says an awful lot about you, and others will judge you for choosing the wrong method. This method is the most visual approach. With your shape or layer selected, go to Effect, Expression Controls, Slider Control. This is going to allow me to adjust the vertical position for my shape. Hopefully you can see how to alter it for scale or other values. I'll set a keyframe here at the start for 0, and then further up the timeline I'll set a new one to 500. Then holding Alt, I'll click on the slider's stopwatch and type loop out with a capital O, brackets, quotes, ping pong. Make sure the quotes and brackets are closed up. So now my slider's value will bounce from 0 to 500 and back again continuously. Next, on the position property, Alt click on the stopwatch, and in this expression area type wiggle, brackets, 3 for 3 times per second, comma, 50 for a maximum amplitude of 50 pixels difference, close brackets, plus square brackets, 0, comma, and pick whip the slider value, close square brackets. There you go. I call this a visual method because you can see the slider and you can adjust it as needed, and it keeps the wiggle separate from the loop out. If you download the accompanying project, you'll find a couple of variations of this expression using the 2D and 3D point controls, which can be useful if you're moving a layer in more than one dimension. At this point I'm bound by parasocial doctrine to ask you to hit the like button, and subscribe, and do the bell thingy. The master of expressions, Dan Ebberts, who knows more about expressions than anyone, came up with this super simple variation. On your layer, set keyframes for the position or scale or whatever. Then hold Alt, click on that property and type var w equals wiggle, brackets 3, 50, close brackets, minus value, semicolon. Value is the non-expression value of the property, which you can set and include keyframes to. New line, loop out, brackets, quotes, ping pong, close quotes, close brackets, plus W. So now this allows you to have a layer wiggling and allows you to loop a larger position as well. User The Brooks Files shared this expression with me. I did some digging, and it is also credited to Dan Ebberts. This expression allows you to loop a wiggle precisely, so the wiggle is always the same wiggle. As before, set up your shape layer. Then if you check out the description, you'll see the code to copy and paste into your property. First, Dan has set out his variables. Frequency is 3 times per second, amplitude is again 50, and the loop is going to last 4 seconds. Next, T is set to reset the current time to 0 after the 4 seconds we've established. Then Dan creates 2 wiggles, but after the 2 variables we've used, we have 2 placeholder variables, 1 and 0.5. These are just placeholders for this expression, as Dan wanted to access the 5th parameter, which in wiggle is time. This works like the separate value at time function. The second wiggle is identical except for the time parameter. Finally, Dan blends the 2 wiggles together using the linear function, where t determines when to switch between them. All pretty neat, but possibly a bit overcomplex for most situations where you're not bothered about repeating a wiggle. And that's it for 3 different ways to loop a wiggle. If you want to learn about keyframing a wiggle, check out this tutorial.